So I just finished the 3.0 story quest, main story quest, and all in all, I'm not gonna lie, that actually was pretty nuts. I will say, this is much better than season 2. This is much better than the beginning of season 2. Let me specify that real quick. 2.0 and 3.0, when it comes to pacing, actual story development, and barely any fluff, and actually still keeping its comedic moments when it's necessary, it is literally light years from 2.0. And the area is just different. Maybe I'm just having that Chinese gotcha fatigue. Maybe that might be me, but yeah, I wasn't really messing with the new area like that. Not the new area. I wasn't really messing with the new area, peninsula, Wi-Fi peninsula like that. But this area, there's Bangbu politics, which is pretty nice. There's a lot of departments to worry about and actually think about in the process. Everything feels connected. We're getting lore on generation, the first generation of Void Hunters. And then just got a whole big ass cliffhanger of what potentially might happen. We'll probably see that in 3.1. All in all, I like it. Now, characters specifically. I like Valina. She did her part. I think she was kind of the weakest one in this. She had her moments. She did. But I think she was kind of the weakest link when it comes to the characters. Character-wise for this main story. Norma was really good. They characterized Norma a lot. She was very active with the Bang Boos. Her whole mini story arc of trying to help out the Bang Boos and showing that her own cores that she created can actually be helpful for the story, or helpful for the Bang Boos. And that whole inner conflict of, oh shit, the Bang Boos gotta go here, and the funerals and all that. And once they end the service, end the service and all that, they gotta send. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's kind of crazy because you kind of relate to the Bang Boos ending service like the military, or like the army, obviously, or the military, the army, to where, and this is gonna get a little dark and depressing, but when after the battle is done, and the war is done, people that passed away in battle, same thing that Valina had to do was give the letters to the other Bang Boos saying that, oh, this person's service is basically ended, and well, they've served their purpose and now they gotta go. They don't technically, now in this scenario, the Bang Boos don't die. Some did die, but in this case, they just get a whole memory wipe, which is basically like mentally dying and then coming back into a whole second life in a whole new area. But some of them do die in reality, and they act, and it does suck. So so Valina still has to give that news. But all in all, I do like the Bang Boo politics they have. It shows that the Bang Boos aren't just these cute little toys. They have meaning, they have personality. They also have their own feelings. You see their ecosystems as well, since it's 60% Bang Boos. So yeah, I do like the Bang Boos, how they did them. I like Norma. The big point for me was Romeo. When we got introduced to Romeo and more of her character and stuff in here, bro, let me get the looks wise, 10 out of 10. I mean, Romeo was an instant 10 out of 10 for looks. Her looks are amazing, probably top 10 in the game. That's just no glaze, but that's not even glaze, that's just objective right there. She does clear a lot of the females in the game. But personality wise, I just like that. I kind of like that she's had that kind of mysterious, tricky personality a little bit. Like her way with words, like she knows how to talk. That's the one thing I like. That's one of the things I like. She really knows her way how to talk into a conversation to get the stuff that she wants. But she also, cares about us and all that shit at the same time. She's very playful as well. She also has like a pretty playful personality. So I think Romeo's gonna be really good. I can't wait to see more of her in the future. Eldrea, we need to see more of her. We'll probably see more of Eldrea in the future. We might see more of the middle Smallbringer also in the also probably in 3.1. But Smallbringer, I gotta remember her name again. Great character. Oh no, she's a good character as well. I actually like her character. Very caring. She's very caring. I will say that. She helped us out in the story, obviously. But she definitely does feel like the weakest link out of the Sunbringers in terms of she doesn't really know much of what's going on. And that's probably why, since she's the smallest, she was probably made last out of all of them. That's my theory. Since she was probably the last one to be made, she has like the least knowledge of like what's going on. But other than that, I'll give this story 8 out of 10 to 8.5. It did its job. It's a better start than 2.0. That's what I will say. It did a very good job of 2.0. But let me know in the comments below what you think about the story. And I'll see y'all later, boys.